welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca. Today I am doing my top worst reads of 2020. But first, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell icon. That way anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. And if you know anyone who likes these type of videos, go ahead and hit that share button and send them my way. So these are the top 10 most hated books that I read in 2020, and they're not in any particular order. I'm gonna get the most, I guess, the book that I'll probably get the most backlash from. I'm gonna get that one done and over with first. And that book is Nevernight, and this is by J. Kristoff. I did give this book 5 out of 5 stars when I read it, but I cringed reading this book the entire time. The writing is amazing. You feel like you are there in the moment while everything is going on. It was just very disgusting. It's about a girl that is an assassin, and she goes to like an assassin school. For me, I just couldn't get into it. Like I just, even though it was such great writing, I did not like it. Did not like it. So anyway, there's this one. The second book that is on this list I was so disappointed with was this one is The Girl the Sea Gave Back, and this is by Adrienne Young. This is actually a continuation, or it's of Sky in the Deep, but it has different characters in it and it's a different storyline. I was really hoping for a continuation of the first story with the same characters, and I didn't get that. I read this and I just didn't feel fulfilled. I didn't enjoy it. In fact, it was very hard to get through because I just didn't want to keep reading it, but I finished it. I do really enjoy Adrienne Young's writing, and her writing was much the same in this as it was Sky in the Deep, but I just didn't feel it with this book. I didn't connect with this book. The next book is The Nameless Queen, and this is by Rebecca McLaughlin, and this is about a girl that there's like a royalty line or whatever, and she's a nameless, and to be a nameless, like, you're on the lowest of the low, you're basically scum. She wakes up one morning and she has the royalty tattoo on her arm, which the king had died, and so the tattoo is supposed to go to the next heir, and at his death he whispers a name for the person that it's supposed to go to. And so for her to be a nameless and not have a name, and for her to get the tattoo, it was like this big huge taboo thing. Like, it had a lot of good premise to it. Like, I was really excited to read it, but then when I read it, it just fell flat. Fell very, very flat for me. And I didn't enjoy it as much as I was hoping to. I also went into it thinking that there was going to be a romance side to it, and it didn't have it at all. In fact, like, what I thought was going to be a budding romance was really, really weird because he was more of a father figure than anything. So I'm actually glad that that didn't turn into like a romantic type thing. This one just fell very, very flat for me. I was very disappointed in reading this one. Let's talk about one that everyone's probably talking about, and it is Midnight Sun, and this is by Stephanie Meyer. This is basically Twilight, but told from Edward's perspective. I actually didn't finish this one. I did DNF this one. It was very, very hard to get through. I did not like the storyline from inside Edward's head. I just felt like the time I wanted to read Twilight at the same time as reading this, because for whatever reason it didn't feel like things were lining up, or things didn't happen in here that they happened in Twilight, or vice versa. I can't remember exactly what it was. I've kind of put it out of my head since I've read it, because I was so irritated reading this one. But I did get past 100 pages in this one, so that's why I'm bringing this one up. I don't know now if I were to read the Twilight series again, if I would enjoy it as much as I did the first time. but I know for a fact that I did not enjoy this one. So I don't know, I might in the future do a reread and see my thoughts again about Twilight and see if they compare. The next one you might remember me talking about, and that is Eligible, and this is by Curtis Littenfield or Sittenfield. His name is hard. Oh, Sittenfield. And I hated this book. Let me tell you, I'm surprised I actually read the whole thing. This is a Pride and Prejudice retelling, but the characters are switched. So you have Darcy is the lead female, and then you have the Bennett, which is the male. I don't like where you have like where the lead female is very like self-centered and very, I don't know, like it wasn't good. She was snobby, and I didn't like the fact that there was intimacy before there was a relationship built. Like, for me, for a book that I enjoy reading, I like that suspense of romance building before there's any kind of intimacy in it. And for this, it was just like, ugh, like, I don't know. It was like friends with benefits, but they're not friends because they were enemies to lovers. I don't know. I did not like this book. This is probably horrible, horrible book. If you like Pride and Prejudice, don't read this book because you will not like it. At least that's my opinion. Another very controversial read for me, which I was so disappointed with, was Practical Magic by Alice Hoffman. I didn't get all the way through this book. I ended up DNFing it. I just didn't feel the magic. I didn't feel the magic in it. It just felt like a normal person dealing with a normal life and having normal problems with a sister that was just very out there. I did not enjoy it like I was hoping to. The book and the movie are night and day. I absolutely love the movie, and maybe that might be a problem, is that because I grew up watching the movie, that's why I have such a problem with the book, because I didn't read the book first and then watch the movie. I don't know. All I know is I wasn't feeling it. Oh, here's another one that I hated. And it's funny because hate is in the title. And it is I Hate Fairyland by Scotty Young. This is a graphic novel. And it was disgusting. I did not like the storyline. I did not like the main character. I felt like I could have lived my entire life without reading this book and I would have been perfectly fine. Anyway, it's very, very graphic. It's something that just completely disgusted me. So if that's something that you enjoy and that you like, then you might like this book. But for me, I don't like this type of crass, no. No, thank you. So I didn't like this one. This one is about a girl that she gets sucked into fairyland or when she is like really young, and she gets stuck there for 30 years. The only way for her to get out of fairyland is for her to find her key and unlock the door to get back home. And it takes her 30 years to get through it. Well, another little girl gets sucked through and she's just happy-go-lucky and she's doing all of her tasks and she's getting her key, and it's just like this lead character's trying to sabotage her, and she like is very jealous of her because she's having such an easier time of it. And I don't know, like it just rubbed me all the wrong way. Another one is Bone Crier's Moon, and this is by Catherine Purdy. I was really, really hoping that I would like this book. I just got so bored with it. It just felt like, because you start the book, because there's two lead characters which are female, and then you have a lead character which is a male. And you start the book in one of the girls' head, but then the book is actually about the other girl. And so it just didn't make sense why the book would start in the, I guess, the minor lead character and then switch. It was like an abrupt switch, and then like, I don't know. It just, I had a hard time really feeling it. It was very insta-love going on. It didn't feel natural or genuine, and I just didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. And the book is gorgeous. I got it from one of the actually got all three of my book boxes that I subscribe to. I got this book in it, so I had 3 different copies of it. I'm like, oh, all 3 book boxes are covering it. It must be an amazing book. And then it fell flat for me. I didn't enjoy it. So I probably won't continue reading it. I was really, really hoping I'd like it, but the next book is Uprooted, and this is by Naomi Novik, and I really, really was hoping that I would like this book. It is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't about that Beauty and the Beast romance. It was more about her and her struggles and just her becoming her own person, which I guess is a good thing, but when I go into reading a Beauty and the Beast retelling, it's the fact that you have 2 characters, which are complete opposites, that use those opposites to make each other better people. And it just, for me, I didn't get that out of this book. I didn't get that romance that I was hoping for. I don't know, like it wasn't there. And the last book on my list, and probably the most disappointing book on my list, is The Betrothed by Kira Cass. Oh, I was so disappointed with this book. I loved the Selection series. Well, I should say I loved the first 3 books in the Selection series, and it just seemed to go downhill after that. And then this one just seemed to have like that same, like, oh, it's gonna have the same type of vibe, and we're gonna get like this really angsty romance going on, and it just wasn't there. You have this very selfish, very self-centered, blah, like one-sided character. She's not even like a 3-dimensional character, and like I've pretty much forgotten what she looks like, or I don't even remember her name. But she's just very like blah to read. And then, you know, she's supposed to be marrying the king and wooing him basically, and then she falls for another guy, which was very like abrupt and insta love, and then like I don't know, it fell so flat, and I was so disappointed in this one because I really, really wanted to enjoy this book, and this cover is just gorgeous. I was so disappointed with this one. I had high hopes for it, and I don't know. I'm sad. It makes me sad. So anyway, so those are my 10 books of my worst reads for 2020. I'm really hoping for a better year. Luckily, I had a really good reading year, so I mean, it was kind of hard to pick which books to choose from. These were just the ones that stood out the most to me. But anyhow, let me know what you guys think about the books that I chose, what your opinions on it when you read them, and yeah, so if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as the bell icon. That way anytime I upload a video, you'll be notified. And if you know anyone who would like to watch these videos, just go ahead and hit that share button and send them my way. So thank you so much for being here. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.